Hello Masters and hi everyone. My name is Arputha and I am 28 years old. Currently I am living in the UK, in Liverpool. I work as an engineer in an automobile company. Before starting to share my experience, I would like to convey my gratitude to Pitamaha Brahmarshi Patriji and many masters like GK sir and many other PMC or pssm masters. I am born and brought up in a Catholic family in Tamil Nadu, India. So till my 18 years of age, I was growing up in a small city called Dindigul with my parents. So I didn't know much about, plenty of things in this world, how things are happening, and I was always in a closed and small environment. I don't know much about spirituality. For me, spirituality is like only to pray to God, whatever you want. If you want anything, you can go to the church. You ask for something to the God and He will do, your needs. And then I had an opportunity to go and do my bachelor's in Chennai. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering there, and there I started getting exposure with many students from different cities in Tamil Nadu, and slowly and steadily my curiosity of life started getting increased. And once I finished my bachelor's, I went to France to do my master's. It was a master in automobile engineering. And there, after I start to, be with the people from France and some other countries, I started, putting questions how life is, like for example, in France, people, they used to eat fatty food, whereas we in India, we eat mild and hot food, and they don't eat lot of spicy food, and the way that they talk, it used to be very slowly and mildly, whereas we used to talk little bit louder. And it happened same way not only in France. When people, they come from Spain, they have a tendency to talk little bit louder like how we do, like in India. Whereas if people come from further north, from England, Norway, Denmark, they used to speak slowly and gently. After putting all these questions, I also started getting answers from within me. I was telling maybe we have to eat spicy food so that we will sweat, and if we sweat a lot, it is good for our body to get cool down. Whereas in the cold countries, they have to eat fat food so that they will keep their body hot. If everything that we do, the behavior, is governed by the environment, I was asking, who am I? Why I was not an animal or a plant, but a human being? Why I am in this body, not in another body? Why this birth? Apparently there are billions of galaxies in this universe, and why did I choose here? And basic questions. This is what I had. I am little bit passionate towards food, so I used to cook, and I used to watch YouTube videos. At the time I was alone in France. I moved to France in 2016, and I used to always watch YouTube videos, and I make food. And when I used to watch YouTube videos, I slowly started to come across the videos of spiritual masters like Osho, Ramana Maharshi, Sadhguru, etc., etc. And every master, finally, at one point, they say, whatever you give, that is what you are going to get back. And if you want happiness in your life, you have to at least not give suffering to the others. If this is the case, everyone are saying you have to be a vegetarian and not a non-vegetarian. These masters, they were saying not openly to everyone. They say slowly and steadily, not openly. And also the medicine system, I started understanding that the medicine, the modern medicine system is full of business. How they use people, those who are affected by diabetes. Like my own father, he's a diabetic person, and he's been like in medication since he's 30 years old, and till now he's now 60, so 30 years of medication. Then all these questions I had, and the masters are saying that you have to become a vegetarian, and in order to know yourself you have to meditate. So that was the question I had, why I am in this body, why I was not an animal or a plant, and every masters are saying, if you want to understand yourself, that you are not this body or mind, but you are a soul, you have to do meditation. And this is what they are saying. Then, okay, I started saying, so which type of meditation that I have to do? Apparently there are plenty of techniques. So I started reading many books. I bought the book of Osho, where he wrote 112 techniques of meditation. And in the book, like first 9 techniques concerned with only breath. I tried every techniques, but I didn't, find that literally gave me some experience, or, it brought me some changes. And also he says casually, like, you have to try each and every technique at least for 3 or 4 months. But I didn't have that much patience to try 112 techniques 3 months. So at the time, it was happened to be a lockdown time in 2020, where I randomly came across a video of Patriji talking about vegetarianism openly, and talking about no doctor, no medicine openly. And he talked about meditation in a very simple manner that even a kid can understand, and he didn't keep anything closed. Everything is open. And this is what I liked in Patriji, because I came across all the masters and I was struggling to find a meditation technique. But a master here, he is simply saying, just if you want to go beyond your body and mind, you have to simply not use those things. And if you don't use these 2 things, obviously the one which is going to remain is who you are. As simple as that. And how to do? You have to simply be with yourself by keeping your body in a comfortable position. And you have to observe your breath, the natural breath. And if we do this, our mind is going to slowly come to a point where it is going to have only one thought, which is observing the breath. And from that point to move to zero thought state, it is not going to take much time. And when there is the absence of mind and the absence of our physicality, then the third thing is going to expose, which is our soul. And this is kind of an awakening moment for me. And I didn't only blindly accept after Patriji whatever he said, okay, I have to do this. I also went through all the experiences of masters, especially from PMC Tamil. I went across all the masters, every experience sharing. And that's why now I got inspired through them, and now I am talking and sharing my experience here. So at the time, during the COVID lockdown time, I happened to watch this video, and once I understood, after my research got over, I started practicing this meditation. I said, okay, this is a free technique. Let me do 40 minutes in the morning and 40 minutes in the evening. I did. Here they say we have to do as per our age, which is a minimum limit. But since I was, curious and motivated, I wanted to do 40 minutes in the morning and 40 minutes in the evening. And I did this meditation for 40 days. And that's it. Whole of my life is changed. After 40 minutes of doing meditation regularly for 40 days, slowly the craving to eat meat went away. So I became a vegetarian naturally. Still I was continuing to eat milk products, milk products and stuff. And afterwards, what happened was, I was proud to say I became a vegetarian, and I am happy. I kind of finding clarity in my life. I started saying that, okay, this is going to be a path, because physically I could observe some changes in me, unlike in other meditation. So I was keep on practicing this meditation without even leaving a single day break. One day I was invited by my friend to have a lunch at her place, and she asked me suddenly, "Why did you go vegetarian?" I said, "I don't want to hurt animals, because if I hurt animals or other organisms, that is what I am going to get back. If I give happiness to others, I get happiness. If I give suffering to others, I get suffering. So if this is the case, I don't want to at least not give suffering to others." That's what I said, and I didn't want to eat meat. So I became a vegetarian. I said, then she asked me, "Do you eat cheese?" I said, "Yes." What is wrong in it? And she said, 90% of the cheese, those are in France, are coming from or manufactured by using an enzyme called rennet, which is coming out of the stomach of a calf. So they have to kill the calf, they have to take that enzyme and put it into the milk, so that the milk, after getting curdled, is going to, giving that stretchy consistency to the cheese. When I hear this, I got shocked, because most of the people, those who are eating cheese unknowingly, it has cruelty in it, and considering themselves as they are non-violent beings. And that day I decided, okay, let me stop eating cheese. And then I was still continuing to eat milk products like milk and ghee, telling that there is no more sufferings in it. And you know what happened? I was in lockdown, and I got an intuition saying that if I don't want to be in lockdown, at least for 3 months, how come I can make the other beings to be in lockdown for their entire life? Imagine a cow, since its birth, a calf, if it is a female calf, if she is born today, she will be kept, she will be fed to what? To be used in the future to get milk out of her. And once she becomes old, and if she is not going to produce any more milk afterwards, what they are going to do her is to simply, they are going to send her to a slaughterhouse, and she is going to become a meat. And this is today's scenario in most of the industry, those who are producing milk. And also the male calves, especially, once they are born, they are useless. We can do nothing out of them, though, so they will be simply sent to the slaughterhouse. So milk producing is contributing to most amount of violence compared to vegetarianism itself. And this kind of awakened me, and then I said, okay, I'm going to stop eating milk products. I don't want milks of other beings. Cow is not going to generate milk for our use unless she is going to give birth to her calf, which means milk is not made for us. It's a simple truth. And we have to make sure, even though if many of our masters, if we say that there is no cruelty, they say that there is no cruelty in milk making, because in village and all, they grow cows very friendly manner, and they feed her whenever she wants. She is happy roaming in the natural environment. But this is not the case. A cow, once she is born, she will not be in the same position as we are thinking. She will be going there and here and running here and there. And in order to make her to stand at one position, what they will do is they have to pierce her nose. And after piercing her nose, they have to put a rope inside her nose, and only then it is not going to move anywhere, and she will be tied in a position for a long time. And who we are to do that to her? So all these questions I asked to put, I started asking, and then it gave me the way to go to vegan, and vegan means complete non-violence. And this is what the point that I wanted to mention. We being pssm masters, after becoming vegetarian, we tend to remain in the same position for a long time, not realizing that still we are doing violence to other creatures. For example, the cows, for example, the skin of the cow or an animal has to be taken when the animal is alive, because once the animal is dead, the skin is going to get deteriorated slowly, and this skin is afterwards they are going to use for the leather making process. And many of the pssm masters I have noticed personally, they wear leather shoes, leather bags, not knowing that where it is coming from. People, especially in India, we literally go to the shop and we ask, is this leather? Not knowing what does leather mean. So we have to ask, leather means the skin of the animal. So we have to ask questions everywhere. The woolen wear that we wear, for example, it is deliberately coming out of the fur of a sheep. Do you think for making woolen wear for 800 crores of people in this world, it is going to be gentle process? It is definitely industrialized, and these animals are treated as horrible as we have an imagination of a hell. So we have to ask questions everywhere, not only related to food. So when we speak about vegetarianism, we speak only something that we eat, vegetarian. Those who are eating veg or vegetables are called as vegetarians. That's why the term is called vegetarianism. Whereas veganism means everything is plant-based. Either it is going to be food, or it is going to be shoes, or the sugar that we eat. How many of us know that the sugar, still they put the char of the bone of an animal in order to take the impurity out of the sugarcane juice? So everywhere the cruelty is present. So we have to notice each and everywhere, wherever possible, to get rid of this violence from this world in order to create a better environment for everyone. So this is something that I understood as a purpose of my life. And after realizing that, I have to speak more about veganism, because I was ignorant. I didn't know this information that I know now 2 years before. So only 2 years, since 2 years I became a vegan. And many people, those who are vegetarian for a long time, they are vegetarians because of the fact that they don't know that still they are doing violence unconsciously. And we have to start speaking deliberately, like how Patriji he used to speak. He didn't have any fear to speak his truth openly. And if we know our truth, and we have to speak our truth openly without any fear, what is wrong in speaking the truth? And especially for the masters, those who are in Europe side, there it's a blunder mistake that we are doing. If we speak about vegetarianism, the people over there, for them, even fishes are coming under the category of vegetarianism. Even eggs are coming under the category of vegetarianism. Milk products, sometimes even, I don't know, even chicken they consider as vegetarians. So if this is the case, the term that we use, vegetarianism, in European countries or in Western countries is not a good term. At least we have to use the term plant-based. And veganism is a word that I would suggest to use, so that it is there since long time and people would understand easily what is veganism means. And after finding out this is going to be my purpose of life, that I have to speak to everyone, I manifested. I was in France, and my English was not really good at the time, because when you keep on speaking French, you are going to lose your English. And this is what happened to me. And I wanted to go to an English-speaking country. And why? Because if I go to an English-speaking country, I can improve my English and I can speak about veganism. I can put the videos of how to make vegan food, vegan foods are not so difficult at all. Only if we, and especially if we are Indians, vegan foods are so easy. Everything are vegan food. For example, only if you remove the milk products like milk, ghee and curd or yogurt, then it is a vegan food if you take food as a matter of view. So everything, guys, that we eat, like rice, sambar, puri, chapati, everything is vegan. So only thing is we have to make sure there is no milk products. That's it. Whereas for Europeans it's a bit harder, and for them because they don't know how to make all these sort of things that we used to have since long time in India. And only for that case I wanted to speak really good in English, and I wanted to move to an English speaking country, and it happened. I manifested my life. As they say, you create your own reality, and this applied in my life. And when I have no selfish objective, and my goal was a global one, it got manifested in a matter of no time. Every masters were there to help me to get this thing manifested. So last year I came to India on 2022 January. I got a message from some master saying that I am soon going to go to an English speaking country and I am going to get this job. And I went back to France, and within 2 days my manager came to me and he spoke to me about this project that I am doing right now in the UK. And he said, would you like to go to the UK? I said, yes, of course. So you guys know, so this is how manifestation works. It is not if we need something, we have to meditate upon that and we will get that. It will not happen in that way. If whatever that we are going to manifest is going to help ourselves, and also it is going to help thousands of other creatures, only then it is going to get manifested very easily. And this is what my experience is so far. And even now I started manifesting, and another manifestation is under process. Soon I am going to go to a place not far from London in order to establish nice connection in vegan network, and to bring more awareness related to veganism in this world, and especially no doctor, no medicine experience as well. Since I came into meditation, I never ever took even a single pill. It's been almost like 3 years, and even before I didn't take much pills, but before meditation, at time to time I used to eat like at least once in a year if I get some sort of disease, kind of fever or a cold. But these days I understood that these are not diseases at all. These are kind of detoxification, and it is necessary for our body to do this process, and I let the process to be done without interfering with my body, and giving rest to my body. And I have no issues at all in my body currently. I live so happily, and I have no issues in my life. I live a healthy life. I live a prosperous life, wealthy life, and happy life. What else we need in this physical world? So meditation helped me to become a non-violent being from a violent being, and I can't say like I became 100% non-violent being now. Even in veganism we are killing plants, but this is step-by-step procedure, isn't it? So we have to slow and steadily have to go and reach a point where we become the purest of purest, where we will be in that consciousness of the blissfulness consciousness of the soul. And this is what we are all looking for: nirvana or mukti, moksha. Yes, if we want moksha, we have to give moksha to the animals, to every other organisms. And yes, friends, with this I conclude my experience sharing. Thank you all for patiently listening to my experience. And if you want any further queries, and if you have any doubts regarding veganism, I have my YouTube channel called Spiritual ukulele vegan. Ukulele is the name of the instrument, the music instrument. And yeah, so you can follow me. So you can find plenty of vegan food. I posted the videos of food and interviews I've done with various spiritual masters. Their experiences sharing are there. Plenty of things are happening in this channel. Book clubs are happening. And also I'm working in PMC France channel. I do conduct French meditation every day in the night according to French time at 9 o'clock in the night, and it is for 1 hour. I do videos in French. So if you guys know any of your friends who are French speakers, and if they want to do meditation, if they want to practice meditation, kindly you can give me their contact, or you can send my contact to them, and we can create a better environment tomorrow. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, PMC channel. Namaste.